Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. This is a reaction to I travelled the USA's least visited states, and yeah, I've seen this woman popping up on my YouTube feed quite a lot, and I've never checked her out, and I just thought, you know what, she seems to be travelling the US, or at some point she was, and in this one she's travelled the US least visited states. It'll be fascinating to see, I guess, her experience with it. I mean, I guess least visited ones would be stuff like, I'm gonna just say like the Dakotas, because they're the least populated, and then a lot of the northern ones, some southern ones, yeah, just mixed out throughout the US. Like, we're gonna see. I don't really know what states to expect, but we're just gonna check this out. I don't really know what to expect either. I've never checked the channel out before, but if you haven't already, go check her out. I'm assuming a lot of you will probably know who she is, but let's check this out. Links also in the description to my Patreon, where you can see movie reactions, TV series reactions, and I'm reacting to The Office today. I reacted to Forrest Gump a few days ago, Back to the Future trilogy. There's loads of classic films coming as well, but yeah, links are there for those interested. But let's check this out and see what this video is like.
As a European traveling across the United States, I've always picked the most epic, scenic places to visit. This spot is what you call magic.
I'm gonna guess she's Dutch, just from hearing her briefly, or Norwegian. Scandinavian for sure, but Norwegian.
Well, not this time, because in this video, I'll be crossing some of the least visited states in the country. South Dakota, Nebraska, Iowa.
I never really heard anyone talk about Nebraska and Iowa as beautiful states.
An interesting
To be fair, she looks American in that clip. I can see her as like a sort of a hippie American girl from the 80s in that. I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying.
For me, after a year and a half in some of the most epic locations in North America. But I have to get to the East Coast somehow. Yes, I guess I could have driven down the Route 66 or via the Great Lakes, but here we are, trying something new. So I'm wondering, will it really be as uneventful as I expect? Do these states really deserve their low spots on America's tourism rankings? The journey begins here.
Welcome to Worcester, South Dakota.
I knew it was Dakota. I knew it would be there.
I'm not supposed to know where that is, because up until yesterday, I didn't know either.
In all honesty, there wasn't anything special that drew me to Worcester. It just happened to be on the way, and it just happened to have a dog-friendly motel. In the evening, I went out to explore the town.
So the town of Worcester is pretty small. There's like 65 full-time inhabitants here, I believe, and it is home also to a gas station, a motel, and of course the local haunt, which is...
Look at this bar, that's tiny. That is so wild. I mean, it's quite a cool little like look to it, because it looks so unique to what you'd be used to in most of the US, to be honest. And it's got like the branches holding up. This is so wild to me, but it looks cool.
Which is where we're gonna go in right now.
Looks good to me. Let's see if we can meet some locals out here.
That's a cool
Quite
inside.
Possibly the most stylish chairs I've ever seen in my entire life.
That is pretty cool.
I love it. Hey Jerry, how's it going?
It's going fine.
Yeah. So we're in, is it Worcester?
In Worcester?
Worcester, South Dakota.
Yes.
And you say you were born and raised here?
Not here, but in the area.
Okay. So you were a South Dakotan.
Yes.
What do you do for a living, Jerry?
I have a ranch, and then I also have a bar.
How would you describe South Dakota?
We have a lot of freedom in South Dakota.
Uh-huh.
We don't worry about crime so much. What's important is family,
Nice.
religion, and freedom.
So would you recommend that people come and check out South Dakota?
I would recommend they come out and check out South Dakota, but hope they would leave their values home. And
I thought he was going to say I'd hope they leave after, because he wants to sit for himself, which is also a pretty good answer, but he wasn't going to say that.
not move to South Dakota, bringing the wrong values here.
Right, respect the...
Yes, respect the environment, and you'll have a good time in South Dakota. We have the land of the infinite variety.
is
The
a
state
few
motto.
drinks down.
It's beautiful
For
out
sure.
here, and we enjoy every day.
I'm just gonna move this up because there's subtitles. Whenever there's subtitles, I always want to move it up. I mean, you can hear what he's saying because it's English, but just in case.
My name is Crystal. I'm a bookkeeper and I do bookwork for a company across the state. I do that from home and I also work for a rancher.
Oh, awesome. What's South Dakota like? You know, how would you describe it?
Peaceful, serene, and the wide open spaces are priceless. It's
Yeah.
also a very diverse state.
Would you say that there's like maybe some like unfair or unjust stereotypes?
I guess that'd be on them. If they're unjust or stereotyping us, come check it out. But only leave your footprints. We're fine.
I love that
I
bar.
am very far from home here, but of
I'm
course,
moving it back down. I don't like my camera up there usually, and the subtitles only seem to be for that guy. So we're gonna get back into it now.
for many people, this is home. This is where they get that cozy and warm, fuzzy feeling of comfort and safety. And sometimes I like to just vicariously put myself in their shoes.
So I guess this is Wasta, South Dakota, and it's got just the most beautiful kind of dusky colors in the sky. It's so gorgeous. Tomorrow I'll be visiting one of the biggest tourist attractions in all of South Dakota, and it is not what you think it is. So I'm really excited. I'm just so excited about this.
Doggy?
Good morning. It's a very early start for us today because it's not even 9 a.m. right now. And I'm super excited because we're headed to what I would consider to be South Dakota's most interesting and quirky tourist attraction. It's just a few miles down the road, so.
Time to leave Wasta, a town that, maybe surprisingly, left quite a lasting impression on me. Today I head southeast, but before I get too far, I'm hoping to check out, quite possibly, the most famous middle-of-nowhere store
I have a
in
feeling-
all of America.
Oh, it's not what I was thinking. Wall drugstore.
It was like, do I go to Mount Rushmore
Yeah, I was thinking she was going to Rushmore, Mount
or
Rushmore.
do I go to the Wall Drugstore? Pretty easy choice.
Oh, it looks cool though.
So what exactly is Wall Drug? I'm still trying to wrap my head
So it's like a store full of loads of different stores. This is quite cool. It's like you're in a market, but in the middle of nowhere.
around it, but it is basically kind of like a truck stop, but more like a theme park.
Oh wow, that is pretty cool.
/ souvenir store / novelty store / cafes and restaurants and delicious food and art galleries and all kinds of crazy Americana vibes. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but it's amazing.
It is pretty cool.
I knew
Aw.
jackalopes were real. I knew it. I just never thought that they'd be so large. So you know how I was trying to decide between going to Mount Rushmore and going to the Wall Drugstore? Well, it turns out I can actually go to both of them because the Wall Drugstore has Mount
Hey.
Rushmore in it. That was a lot of fun, but it's time to get going. I have about 300 miles ahead of me today if I want to reach Nebraska. Yeah, let's do it.
After gorging on Americana at the Wall Drugstore,
So windy.
we turned south and drove across a very different kind of place, the Badlands National
Wow, look at that. Fuck me.
Park. Yup, a far cry from kitsch monuments and souvenirs. This is a pretty wild place.
So I've been traveling across the United States for a little while and I've seen a lot of incredibly beautiful places in this country. And quite honestly, it has become my favorite country in terms of just the natural diversity and beauty. And but I never really heard anyone talk about Nebraska and Iowa as beautiful states. You usually hear people talk about them as states where there's a lot of corn being grown, a lot of farming, but not necessarily natural beauty. But you know what? It is beautiful here. These rolling hills and endless fields.
She's just gone from here to the flipping mountains that I don't know how far away they were, but god damn, it's a change of scenery like that. Flipping hell.
And forests and trees.
I said the hills, I mean the mountains.
It's actually quite amazing, and it really reminds me of home. Yeah, it reminds me of home.
I wish she said where home was so I could see if I was right or not. God damn it.
If you look closely, you can always find a slice of home anywhere you go, I think. So, Nebraska. It's one of the biggest corn and soybean producing states in the country, and that becomes very obvious the moment you look out the window of your car. Endless fields of green and gold, all the way to the horizon. As for me, I'm just trying to keep up with some of my routine, some of my training on the road. Today,
That's a water tower, right? See, the water towers are so different.
I'm crossing the state of Iowa. Another long day on the road awaits. But I decided to kick it off in a pretty famous place.
Finally, I thought I would literally never get here because this place is so out of the way of the USA's biggest tourist attractions that I just didn't think I would ever come here. But here we are. This is so exciting. The world's biggest truck stop.
How many trucks are there? Oh, there's a mixture of how they look as well.
So this truck stop, the moment you enter it, it's huge. It's absolutely vast. And at first sight, it does feel like a bit of a souvenir shop. But then when you look a little bit deeper, it has a lot of infrastructure and a lot of other things that you could probably, I think you could keep yourself entertained for at least 24 hours here. There's a dentist, a driver's lounge. There's a movie theater.
Wait, what? That flipping out. So there's a dentist in a truck stop. So would that be the dentist for the town that it's in, or was that just a dentist for these people that are just coming by?
A lot of other things that you could probably, I think you could keep yourself entertained for at least 24 hours here. There's a dentist, a driver's lounge. There's a movie theater, a chiropractor, a pretty sizable.
To be fair, a chiropractor, that's a weird word to say. That's probably quite useful because if you're a truck driver, you're sat down for so long, you probably need that, to be honest.
Full laundry. An arcade.
Oh, shit.
So we're currently waiting for the barber, right?
Right, yeah.
Barber?
Joe, where are you from, Joe?
Chicago.
Okay, and what do you do for a living?
Truck driver.
Okay, is this like a real deal, or is it like a tourist kind of thing, or do people actually, do truckers actually look forward to coming here and staying here at this truck stop?
Well, they got everything here.
Uh-huh.
You know, your chiropractor,
Yeah.
haircut,
Uh-huh.
all kinds of restaurants, you name it. Yeah. If you look out there, have you been out in the parking lot?
Yeah.
Yeah, you see all the trucks out there?
Yeah, there's a lot.
There you go.
Okay. I have a game for you. Tell me what state flag this is.
Oh, God. I want to say Iowa, but I don't think it is. Oh, God, I have no idea. There's 8 stars. Would that be to do with it being the 8th state? I know it's not Iowa. That's the only one that I can think of. I actually don't know.
Yes, Alaska.
Fuck's sake. I knew it was Alaska. Didn't even cross my mind.
What's this state flag?
Oh, God. Does it say? So it's Dutch. Excel something. Is this Maine? I think this is a Dutch. Is that Dutch? There's a place in Holland that's named a similar thing. I'm going to say Maine.
Yes, it's New York.
Oh, for fuck's sake. New York. Oh my god.
What's this one?
I can't even see it. I have no idea. I've not looked at state flags for a good 2.5 years. This is Vermont's got France on it, so it's not Vermont. It's a New England one. That's all I'm going to say. It's somewhere in New England. I'm not going to embarrass myself furthermore, but...
Nevada.
Oh, okay. It's nowhere near. Fucking hell. I think I said Iowa because she's in Iowa. That's probably why it was just in my head, so I just said... Fucking hell. Oh, shit. This is quite sick. So it's like a... It's got everything, to be honest. I guess there's probably a hotel in here as well, right?
I can't believe it. I've just found the ultimate shoe product. I mean, the person who invented this should really be given a Nobel Prize for creativity, because this is genius. This is...
Is it?
Wow.
What? I think what I found out is truck stops are definitely some of the most patriotic places you can go to, right? Oh, there's those steering wheels as well. You can buy, it's got everything. It's literally got everything you need. You can buy certain steering wheels if you want.
I really wanted to learn a bit more about the secretive world of trucking and truck drivers. Who are they? And what motivates them to do this hard and seemingly unglamorous job?
What's your name?
Dallas.
Dallas, where are you from?
Dallas?
Okay, and what's the hardest thing about being a truck driver?
Being away from home. The longest I've been away from home was a year
A year?
and 2.5 months.
What?
Wow, on
Yeah.
the road.
Yeah, because of COVID.
So what's the best part of your job?
You're away from home for a year and basically 3 months. What? That is mental.
Traveling, meeting different people, hauling different freight. 65 to 75% of all commodities in this country is moved by truck at one point or the other. But I pulled I-beams that went to the new Freedom Tower, and when I got out of the truck, I was standing at ground zero for 9/11.
Jeez.
It's amazing what this industry contributes to this country.
Yeah.
I still think about it daily, and it keeps me kind of humble in a way, but it keeps me motivated.
So to me, as a European, there's a lot of things about this truck stop that are simply, like astounding. And the sheer size is definitely one of them, because we simply do not have truck stops anywhere this big, anywhere in Europe, But I think the craziest thing that I've just learned is that this truck stop has not closed a single time in 59.
Wow, so it's just non-stop open 24/7. That's pretty cool then. So there's probably like quite a sense of a community, even though truck drivers will be all over the US and probably all over the Americas at certain points. There's probably a lot of familiar faces that they see, even though they're going around the world, or going around the Americas.
Years. What?
That is wild.
Not a single time. I mean, that just goes to show how
COVID?
much
Was COVID, was it just running like usual as well? I guess maybe there was rules about standing 2 meters from each other and stuff, but that's pretty cool though.
of an essential industry transport and trucking are to the world that we live in today. I got a sticker. And it definitely deserves a spot on the wall of fame.
And she's got like a sticker wall. Oh, that's pretty cool.
So, turns out there's even a dog wash at the truck stop.
Oh shit.
So I'm taking the opportunity to give Vilk a much needed wash. He is hating it. Sorry, bud.
Oh, he's locked up and chained up and everything.
Do you come here very often? Do you like it, buddy? No? You don't like it? Okay, well, don't. Okay.
Oh, that's not fun.
I think that was his way of saying, get lost. I know it's hard to see, but I have just crossed the Mississippi River, which makes the east feel just that little bit closer. Especially seeing signs for Chicago, and from Chicago to the east is not that far, so wow. Wow. This is real, this is happening. said goodbye to the West.
The west of the US definitely started to feel like home over the last 5 months. But passing
Oh, so she was there for 5 months. Oh, so she's been there for ages then.
through some of the least visited states in the country, South Dakota, Nebraska, Iowa, was actually pretty eye-opening. This is, after all, the heartland of the USA. The areas that produce the most crops, the lands that feed the nation, the interstates that connect two sides of a massive and diverse continent. You can't avoid it, better embrace it. As for traveling out here, I think as long as you've got people to talk to and learn from, every single place can become a pretty fascinating travel destination. After all, travel isn't just about places. Really, it's about the people you meet along the way.
There we go. You know what? This is so fascinating. This must be so enjoyable to be able to do this sort of thing. I don't know if she's necessarily always doing road trips and stuff, but she said she lived in the west side of the US for 5 months. So she's just been traveling around, I guess. But this is awesome, man. I can't even lie. This is pretty awesome. I don't know why I'm saying awesome. I never say awesome. You know, Eva has been in the US for a while now. She actually called it a gas station and not a petrol station. But yeah, this was really fascinating. And if you want to see more reactions to it, let me know. If not, that's completely fine. But fascinating little look into a European traveling around the US. And yeah, it's pretty interesting. But hopefully you enjoyed. And until next time, like, subscribe, and peace.